Testing, testing, testing. All right. Welcome to FUTV, people. We're gonna be doing we're gonna be watching the Xbox Developer Direct. They're gonna be supposedly showing off some new games and some new gameplay. You're watching FUTV, the greatest channel known to man. Remember to subscribe. We're trying to get to at least 1 million subscribers by the end of this millennium. We're getting really close, aren't we, Joe Pesci?
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
That's actually really mean, Joe Pesci. You really hurt my feelings. All right, so we got the timer going. I'm gonna check some of the audio shit before the show begins. Okay, just gonna see. Bob might be coming up in a couple of minutes. Okay, I got my. Gonna look at the desktop audio to see how I got that set up. Yep, we got these two on. Hopefully this audio is okay. And here we go. We're waiting. All right, got 2 minutes left before the show begins. That's gonna leave me enough time to go to the bathroom. Be right back. All right, I have returned. I'm gonna lower this audio. We got 1 minute before it begins. Before the show fucking begins. Remember, how many times do I have to say it, people? We're trying to fucking defeat PewDiePie. Are you gonna help us defeat PewDiePie? Or what? I'm getting a little bit angry with you, a little frustrated. All right. Yeah, 38 seconds left before the show begins. 38 seconds. All right. Looks like Bob letting all of our dogs into the room. You guys need to back up. I'm now surrounded by dogs. Okay, I'm going to close my door. Give me 1 second. All right. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, here we go. Interesting. This is what they start with, huh? Interesting flags there. 4 studios. All right, Bob's here. And our million dogs. Coming to Xbox, LGBTQ, the game. This summer, get ready for the LGBTQ. Is everybody fat and crippled at Microsoft? See, this is why their games aren't coming out that well, huh? They're having some issues with their third-party studios. Or first party now. They're not third party anymore. Xbox. Okay. So my mic is peaking. I'm going to bring this up because it's a little fucked up. Okay, we're going to see Bob's mic's on. Bob has arrived, people. Bob.
Bob ran.
That's what I was going to say. Okay, we're at Obsidian. Dramatic music playing. That is some pretty dramatic music. My mic is still peaking like crazy.
I'm so proud to share with you our upcoming fantasy action RPG, Avowed. Avowed is an adventure into the heart of the Living Lands, a frontier at the edge of the known world, where you must put a stop to a mysterious spiritual plague and discover a secret at the heart of the Living Lands. At Obsidian, we love creating worlds with deep themes, dynamic gameplay, and thoughtful reactivity. And Avowed is no different. We set out to blend the believable and fantastical to give players a world and experience like no other. It's colorful, it's vibrant, it's strange. It's one of the most incredible settings in the
Some
world
interesting
of
water.
Aurora.
Look like blood, sort
There's
of.
going to be a
in
lot
way.
of great secrets to discover, one of which has a really personal connection to you as the player character, and you're going to have
Wow.
a great time getting to know those secrets and leaving your mark on the world. And when it comes
fake
to
world.
encounters, our combat brings the best of the moment-to-moment fun that comes with action-oriented gameplay and the depth and breadth of choice that you get with an RPG.
Looks like
More
Oblivion.
about Avowed's combat is Gabriel Paramo, gameplay director.
Here at Obsidian, our team's overarching goal is to empower you with choice. So we developed a flexible combat system that allows you to quickly swap from spellcasting and sharpshooting to melee combat. We want to give you the freedom to mix and match your loadout to fit the way you want to play from moment to moment, uninterrupted. For all battles,
All right, so what do you think of this, Bob?
weapons, attacks, and abilities for tactical advantages.
What do you think of the game, Bob?
Range of enemy types.
You know, they're saying it's colorful, but is it fun?
Is
Is it going to be fun?
melee attacks, blocks,
It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. It reminds me of like it looks like Oblivion, but like way more advanced.
if you
It looks like a turn-based Rise Son of Rome, actually.
That guy's got a weird looking head, doesn't he?
using
He's
the
got like
you
gigantism.
can stop enemies in their tracks, giving you the opportunity to focus on weaker or tougher combatants in an intentional and controlled manner. It's important to pay attention
What are you
to
drinking there, Bob?
enemies you're dealing with. Some units are extremely
chocolate.
defensive.
All right, so Bob's drinking a hot chocolate. I'm drinking a water.
Others, you must make sure you
It's a
prioritize where the healing
blueberry lemon.
put you in a tough
I don't taste the
spot.
lemon.
To help with the different encounters you will face, we provide customizable loadouts that can be quickly.
This is looking pretty good, I think.
That means you can play however you want. Equip a sword and shield and charge into battle. Dual
Oh, cool.
and control the encounter mid-range.
Dude, I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Dual wield wands to
It's reminding me a little bit of like God of War. It's like a first person God of War.
use your enchanted wand to freeze enemies, and then you
I'm just excited about the inevitable cosplays we're going to see
worked hard to keep you
of those
constantly
weird little
This
skeletal
guy looks like an
creatures.
orc.
creating a balance between pressure
Look at that jaw.
and manageability
That's a
during
pretty
combat.
epic jaw, isn't it?
Players will have ample choices for how to build and progress their envoy in the world of the Living Lands as they get to know the game. And
I'm gonna lower the desktop audio a little bit. It could be blowing out people's ears.
So is this going to be a open world game?
It looks like it, yes.
Side quest you may encounter in Shatterscarp, the third region you'll explore on your journey through the Living Lands. As you're exploring, you come across the bodies of these fallen soldiers, and as you explore the remains of the battle, it's up to you to determine who, if anyone, is at fault.
Just the four of us. Manu, Kiri, Naoki, and me. Training under Captain Ruiki. Trying to keep Thirdborn safe.
In other words, you're a gang of vigilantes. Not that I'm one to judge.
Here. Take my badge. Take everyone's.
Damn, that dude sounds hood.
Yeah, take my badge.
Take my badge. Yo, bro. Take my badge.
Choice isn't always what it seems. We embrace moral nuance and gray areas, trusting players to make tough decisions.
Moral nuance and gray areas. If that doesn't define politics 2024, I don't know.
This is
does.
Pauletta. She's a transsexual zombie.
I was so surprised, and it was so dark,
Yo, what up with his eyes?
separated from everyone else.
He looks like he was in a Russian prison, and he got like, you know
dialogue
how they,
needs some
you know how
help,
they
man.
tattoo their eyeballs.
Anyone else made it out. Of course he did.
Some of those people tattoo their eyebrows.
Never has a
It's a big thing in the prisons, and they get like tattoos everywhere.
So what did he tell you? That Captain Ruiki was sick? I
Ruiki.
was paranoid? That I was a dumb baby? I heard it all often.
Why does everybody sound African American in this game?
Why does this dialogue suck?
Why's he not here?
The facial animations are pretty good.
The quest, you have
They ran out of budget,
when you confront
and they just
Tiger
had
Mountain,
Tom.
you believe the
This
sits
is
in the
looking
desk.
I like in the combat. It does look pretty good. It looks like an advanced version of Oblivion.
Real battle.
which is another game that I think Xbox owns
That's
now.
literally the opposite of what is true. You prepare for real battle.
They should.
That's literally the point. What are you talking about?
I'll take the badges. I'm going back to Third Born.
But if you confront him, if
But it is very like AAVE coded.
it's an act of cowardice, then he might challenge you to a fight.
Calm down, Joe. It looks pretty good. This looks pretty good.
When you return to town, you'll see the consequences of your actions and the choices you made during this quest. Creating an immersive experience like
She got like Christina Ricci face, sort of, in a way. That
does.
big ass forehead. She's okay. She's kind of pretty, in a way.
She's pretty.
She's nerdy, like nerdy.
dynamic visual style.
From the outset, we knew that we wanted Avowed settings to
This guy
It's
looks
a
like he's one of,
gnome. He's like a little goblin man.
he's like a talking gnome. He looks sort of like an Irish boxer, you know, like from the
It
20s.
looks like he's gonna tell me how many Gringotts I've got,
RPG experience. By
or
contrast,
how much gold I've got at Gringotts.
or verdant spaces with sickly ones, we can better deliver complex emotional experiences for our players. The Living Lands is a continent of untamed valleys with widely varied biomes, from luxuriant forests to volcanic wastes, and each of those regions itself is a conflux of storied landscapes. All of the regions have a lot of special things associated with them, but I have a deep place in my heart for Shatterscarp.
Yeah, what's up, Ed Dog?
As you're wandering the wastes of Shatterscarp,
Yeah, I'm going to get around to playing Alan Wake 2. It looks really good. I actually really enjoyed the first one.
by transitioning from
What's up, Sergeant?
muted tones of a wasteland of
And
sand,
Sergeant is
The
saying
art
that
direction is
Sergeant
really
is saying the
pretty.
game looks good. He says it looks nice.
there's the
It's pretty.
It's a great looking game, and the combat system looks really
dialogue
nice too.
is literal steaming trash garbage. But you
Yeah,
know,
it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Enjoyed this
I'm a dumb baby.
thrilled to share more
No,
about
absolutely. You don't prepare for real war.
wait for you to explore
What in the bullshit?
when Avowed
I'm actually kind of excited for it. You know, it looks good, man.
We could just play it on mute.
The
That'll be
graphics
fine.
are great, and the combat looks really. You know, one of my issues with a lot of these kinds of games is the combat. The combat systems just. The combat systems, they look kind of like soft, like they're not really hitting each other really hard. The impacts in this look really heavy, like everything looks weighty. And then the
Ooh,
detail
I like that. I like that cover
looks good,
art.
man. The game looks
That's
good.
cool.
That's
Okay,
a
we should
Xbox
get that one.
exclusive.
But let's just play it on mute.
Well, yep, it's coming out. It's coming out this year. It's kind of far away. Fall.
Play it on
What
mute.
the F?
I don't want
It's
to
on
hear
PC.
shit
I'll
dialogue.
probably be playing it on PC. Maybe I don't know. Maybe.
You really have gone all the way to PC Master Race,
I mean,
haven't
it's
you?
Xbox. Still Xbox.
You've betrayed the consoles
I have the
That-
Xbox
that-
Series X.
that created you.
But I have a feeling they're gonna try to make it all digital in the up and coming console. So at that point, I probably will just be playing on the PC. All right, looks like we're gonna be looking at Hellblade. This one looks amazing from what I've seen. I never finished the first one, but I'm gonna get around to it.
Don Matthews, studio head here.
We've seen Heilung live.
Yes,
And that's the people who did the music for
yeah.
Hellblade.
The guys that are doing the main score for this game or the themes. We've actually seen that group live. Where are they from again?
They're German.
High fidelity.
Look how amazing that looks.
With a shorter, narrative-led experience that focuses on the things that we really care about, and that we hope you care about too.
That's sexist.
Yeah, they're totally feeling her up, man. Stop touching her.
Back with a new quest. She wants to stop the Vikings who raided her village right at their source, in Iceland.
That's AI, people. That's AI.
Senua herself has grown since the first Hellblade. She's made peace with her past and is no longer in such fear of her visions and voices. While the Furies are still her constant companions, she encounters new people along the way.
She got a very toothy face, doesn't she?
Unique perspective,
Those
and
teeth are
others
very
who will reject
they
it.
stick out a lot.
Little by
But she's
little,
still pretty. Just saying.
this settlement became my tribe.
In the game, Senua arrives in 10th century Iceland on the trail of the Vikings who have been enslaving her
It looks like Beowulf, right? Right, Beth?
Beowulf, yes.
I mean, Bob.
It would
I mean,
occur
Sam.
during the same time period.
a solid framework and then building
I mean, Bob.
on top. Senua will face up to giants who have plunged the land into chaos, and which in turn has seen the rise of the Droiga, a violent threat that is swept.
It doesn't look as good as that CGI, if not better. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it looks really good.
Enemies.
I really like this story also.
Yeah, I've never played through the
Who
whole
plays for the experience? I watch him play for the story.
game. I play for both.
This viewpoint can have its advantage.
I like a good story, but I also like great combat. I mean, the game looks amazing.
Senua is a Celtic warrior who experiences psychosis, seeing things that other people don't, hearing voices, and having unique beliefs about the world around her. To bring Senua's perspective of the world to life in a truthful way, we have once again worked closely with Professor Paul Fletcher at the University of Cambridge, as well as people with lived experience of psychosis.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
It means you're crazy.
Players will find themselves traversing beautiful and hostile environments.
So it's actually really interesting because a training modality for clinicians is a headset that emulates the experience of auditory and visual and olfactory hallucination. So it's pretty cool that they've built this in, and that they're taking a mental health angle as opposed to a purely mystical one.
Everything to the next level. With a new motion capture space, a bigger stage team, a stunt crew, and a new cast.
We spent a lot of
They got purchased by Xbox, by Microsoft, so now they can do a lot more stuff. Because they were a small team. This was the team that created Dead or Alive, not Dead or Alive, Devil May Cry, the reboot. They also created a game called Heavenly Sword.
I remember Heavenly Sword.
I never played through the whole thing, but I'm gonna be playing through it on the channel probably. This looks like a CGI film, man.
Yeah.
This looks like a movie.
Very brutal, and you're very invested in it. Senua isn't a super.
I threw the freaking. Reminds me of like Rise, right?
Player to feel her struggle in every step of her journey. We want the player to always feel like they just scraped through, just survived it.
Microsoft is killing it, man, aren't they?
Yeah.
This is amazing.
So that's why they're the superior console.
They are definitely they are just taking they're taking it to Sony right now, people.
On stage, our main focus is storytelling. So I get to watch the actors and see all the beautiful expressions on their faces. And then I have to wait a little while, and then I get to see that all again in-game.
And Gates is really into killing it as well, isn't he?
It's a great...
Well, we can't talk about that here. That's on the Trust the Science.
Studio is unified in a
This has nothing to do with him.
immersion to help suspend your disbelief and pull you into Senua's story. We were lucky enough to do a few reference gathering trips in Iceland. You have to be there. The sense of scale, everything is incredible.
Death Stranding too.
You see a small section of the game.
This is not a walking simulator.
Death Stranding all took place in that one environment.
Yep. That one mountain range. That's
This
it.
has got to be 30 frames. There's no way this is going to run at a high frame rate.
And a part of this manifests in the voices she hears.
She will collapse. She will collapse.
These voices come to life through binaural audio, which provides a good representation of this type of auditory hallucinations. As we focus in immersion, binaural audio is perfect for this because through headphones, you surround yourself in a three-dimensional space. In the first game, we only applied to the voices that Senua listens in her head. In this game, through a spatial audio technology and some extra little things within the game, there is music that is binaural. Every single sound has the potential to be binaural, so everything is spatialized around you, and it's a very beautiful experience.
What will we do to us?
Music is a strange language in the sense that it speaks to our emotions fast and deep. It's not only about quality, it's about personality. So when you listen to Hellblade, you know it's Hellblade. On the music, we are working with Hylum, which for me is a personal privilege.
That's the group that we saw live,
Yeah.
Hylum. Amazing band.
They're
I thought they were amazing.
yeah.
Their meaning in the music, it really...
The drums and everything is pretty. I need to join this band.
It's a fully immersive experience seeing them live.
It is. It's nice. It's cool.
They sing so beautiful, and we add that binaural touch of music. So this all creates a very immersive and a very special and unique experience.
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing tech. And that's our aim in Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, is to not only see where Senua goes next, but to deliver something really meaningful for our players.
my hope is that they will really connect to Senua as a character, and even if they can't really relate to what she's going through, maybe they know someone that relates to that character and they can then understand that person better.
Well, I don't want to sound cheesy, but in a way I'm Senua, right? She exists.
He's saying he's a woman.
Through all of our work, through every ninja. So we all are Senua, and we are creating this character that grows and grows and grows and grows and keep growing and keep changing. So that makes it real.
I'm so proud of the love, care, and passion our team here at Ninja Theory are putting into Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Our hope is to not only create a game that is great to play, but to craft an experience that leaves you thinking and feeling. From our combat gameplay through to our action set pieces, from our cinematic scenes to our puzzle solving,
She's put on a little bit of weight from the first game.
A journey that you can embark.
And this is supposed to be a prequel, I think. I think it's supposed to be a prequel.
Well, they said that she's grown
All right,
from
May
her
21st.
first.
It's not too far from now, people. Looks good. Looks good. I wish it would show more combat, but the game looks great.
It does. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I got to finish that first one before the second one comes out. There were some rumors that they might actually show more than what they're showing here right now. So hopefully they show. There's some rumors of a Gears of War remaster. Hopefully we see that. See that they just threw another one in there. You see that? Square Enix.
Is that Pokemon?
I don't know what it is.
It looks
but
like a
you see they're
Pokemon.
throwing more stuff in there. Here comes some more, it looks like.
Oh, those are little cuties.
Oh, there's just Square Enix.
Greetings, Xbox players. My name is Masaru Oyamada, producer
What?
of the Mana series here at Square Enix.
Sound like he said Forza.
Mana.
Get ready for Forza. Final Fantasy Edition.
大変光栄です。
It's going to be metrosexual cars. How would that work, Bob?
I don't
Some
know.
over manicured eyebrows in the cars?
Do you know anything about this? Oh, it's a Final Fantasy?
No, I don't know anything about this. They just threw this in here. I had no idea this was going to be on here.
個性豊かなキャラクターたち。
It looks like a cross between Pokemon and Final Fantasy.
It's got a hand-drawn style.
It's
right?
pretty.
長らく愛されてきました。本作は30年以上の歴史あるシリーズの最新作となるため、これまで培われてきた聖剣伝説としての世界をしっかり感じられるものを目指して鋭意制作中です。フィールドでは自然や精霊とのつながりを感じられる色彩豊かな聖剣伝説の世界を体験してもらえると思います。
Looks like Kingdom of Hearts.
たちも本作に登場しています。
Yeah.
It's got that Kingdom of Hearts look.
今回これらのおなじみのモンスターたちを作り出した
You imagine it's like some badass looking biker covered in tattoos, all kinds like face tattoos, eyeballs are like dyed black. He just comes out like this is the game he's making.
I'm Koichi Shi from Grabs.
Close enough.
I'm so happy to introduce
It's the Japanese Liberace.
in the
Oh, leave him
to
alone.
Xbox players.
Prayers.
初期の頃からシリーズ作品に登場しているモンスターたちは
Calm down, Bob.
私が考案したものですが、中には小学生の頃すでにイメージができていたものもあります。今作では初めはドット絵からスタートしたモンスターたちをどのよ
He
うに
looks like a villain inside of like some.
He looks like Elvis.
He does. But he also looks like a villain, like he's
He's
part
a
of the
beige
Yakuza.
Elvis.
モデルの完成イメージまでを
What the F?
プロジェクトに参加しました。
That's a Mario character, isn't
It
it?
looks like it.
聖剣伝説ファイナルファン
That's like a weird
作っていた頃から
Pikachu ripoff.
Yeah. They look like Mario characters.
生き生きと動いてこれまで自分が携わった
Awesome.
それらをどうやって当時
That's a sad, sad crab.
できるかにこだわって作ってきました。
Dude in the middle's drunk.
最新作では聖剣伝説
They all look like kind of scared.
可愛いだけ
And
では
discombobulated, like,
It's like
out of
Kirby.
sorts.
しっかりと表現できてい
I'm
る。
pretty sure a lot of Nintendo fans are going to be really into this.
This is like the next level up for the Stardew Valley crew.
Is this exclusive?
空を旅する
I have no
海を
idea.
渡る手助けをしてくれる頼もしい仲間たちがいましたが
This is probably going to be a big thing for a lot of the Sony fanboys who are into all this Japanese stuff.
Yep.
陸上を猛スピードで駆け回ってくれるピックル。ピックルも石井さんが新たに考案してくださっています。
新たな仲間を考えるにあたっては、今作のマスコットキャラクターになるくらい可愛い。
They've already got merch. Look at that.
Wow, they already got the merchandise all lined up.
その上で、
They're cute, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they are. One of my friends will definitely be collecting these.
Yep.
子供といった具体的な
I like that little dog guy. We should dress our dogs up as that for Halloween.
That thing?
Yeah.
It looks like an armadillo mixed with a fox.
It's an armadillo fox dog.
アイデアを出してもらいなが
And
ら、
now it's spiky, so it looks sort of like a porcupine.
A fox a dogalo.
ゲームの中での
He's got, look at those canine teeth. They're way too far on the left and right. It's all right.
It's cute.
もう一つの挑戦は楽曲面です。過去さまざまなコンポーザーが携わられた楽曲の雰囲気が感じられつつも、最新作として素晴らしい新たな楽曲が生まれました。BGM でもしっかり聖剣伝説シリーズらしさを感じてもらえると思います。過去シリーズの楽曲を手掛けたクリエイターたちが全100曲という大ボリュームの制作に挑んでくれました。新たな試みとしてフィールドの探索からバトルまでをシームレスに体験できるよう、今作では
Ed Dog says it looks like a game I would play.
All right, Ed, we're gonna rely on you to give us the tea on how it turns out, because I don't think either of us are gonna.
I don't know. Ed Dogs, he's giving me an idea here. I think I might be playing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably for the channel. I'm gonna play it.
I'm mostly interested in converting our dogs into whatever the hell that fox-a-dogalo thing is.
Me and you are gonna be wearing some kind of weird cosplay.
I'm gonna be the mushroom.
We're gonna have to show ourselves to show off our cosplay.
I will only show myself
I'm
if I
gonna
can
dress
be
up like
fully
a
the mushroom.
metrosexual crab. I'm gonna be holding the control with my pincers.
Pinchy.
Pinchy,
Oh my! Wait a
pinchy.
minute. I want to be the duck in a helmet.
You want to be the duck in the helmet?
I want to be the war duck. Battle duck.
What is that thing? A Venus flytrap?
I don't know. Am I crazy or do these look like Pokemon?
They do.
They look like Pokemon, right?
They do. They do.
聖剣伝説の世界らしい不思議な力で爽快なバトルを楽しん
He's
で
fucking that plant up, man.
It's a plant
This is
dragon.
what you get, marijuana.
ピックルにも注目
That guy, he's
He's
beating the
calling them
drugs.
pickles. Pickles. P-I-K-U-L-S. Pickles?
感じてもらえる作品に
Yes.
なるよう、小山田君を中心にチームのみんなが頑張って作ってくれていますので、ぜひ発売日を楽しみに待っていてください。
He's so cute and jolly looking.
楽しみにしています。
聖剣伝説シ
He
リー
is less cute and jolly looking.
Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにお届けする本作
So this series has been around.
ビジョンズ・オブ・マナは今後もさまざまな情報をお届けしていきますの
Look
で
at the merch.
ご期待ください。
Look at the plushies.
この
Yeah, for sure.
Xbox ユーザーの皆さんに楽しんでいただける日が今から待ちきれません。
You never go full retard. Sorry.
That's not nice.
All right, so this game has been around. Where's it? I guess it's exclusive. It's coming this summer. Looking forward to that. I'm pretty sure L Dog is looking forward to that. Ed Dog. 007. He's a spy. What can I say? I'm a spy. Wait, is something playing? Because I see the health song. Hopefully that wasn't playing the whole time. Well, actually, I couldn't hear it. The audio was off on the El Gato.
What the fuck is
Hello,
this piece of shit?
and welcome to Oxide Games. We founded the studio in 2013 with our decades of personal experience building some of the most beloved strategy games of all time, like Civilization V.
Ooh.
Okay.
My dad likes these games.
Yeah, very detailed. Very detailed.
Our history untold.
There's a lot of buildings there around the Statue of Liberty. Isn't there supposed to be water there?
Huh?
There's supposed to be water there. There was a bunch of buildings
Well,
around
this is an alternative reality.
Where you'll explore the world, expand your nation,
Nice,
govern your
nice.
people, and engage with your rivals on the international stage. But it isn't just more of the same. With Ara, we wanted to challenge some of the preconceived notions about the genre, push it forward in a modern, empowering, and truly compelling and approachable way.
For example, we have over 100 instruments on display in the office, which are all things that we purchased in order to add to the soundtrack and expand the game and make it really good.
That's how I feel when the dogs come in, when I'm doing stuff.
Dan, we started in his basement. It's been an amazing process to see from concept to completion. We started small, building a robust game engine, questioning our design.
So this is like Legends of Catan, but like
I don't know what that is.
The game, on the internet.
I'm not too into this. Not a big fan.
I think it looks cool.
It looks okay, but it's not the kind of games I like to play.
For Ara,
yes, because you're fundamentally disorganized as a person.
Yeah, it's too much now. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe that'll grow on me.
We also wanted to explore more in different parts of history and give players from around the world the chance to see the game
So many houses.
unique perspective, and not just ours.
And finally, we knew that for players to feel the impact of their
Look at that hair.
they would need to see their choices reflected in the game world itself, not just through numbers on a menu. One of the first differences you'll see when you dive into Ara is what we call the living world. It's a procedurally generated alternate Earth, bursting with life, an intuitive, authentic, and immersive space, a blank canvas for players to paint the society of their dreams.
The living world isn't just a map. It reflects the choices players make over the course of the game. They can see everything from the settling of the wilderness to cultural influence on architecture over time to the thousands of citizens living their lives and reacting to the changes. We want players to feel like they're truly occupying the world, leading their people as they thrive and grow. Core to the vision of Ara is our philosophy of rule how you want to rule. And no feature better exemplifies this than the Prestige system.
To win a game of Ara, players will compete with their rivals to build the most influential, impressive, and important nation the world has ever known. This is measured by Prestige, the player's score that proves their worth as a leader.
The Prestige system gives players the chance to decide what kind of leader they want to be. Do they want to pursue great works of arts and culture? Military might? Scientific advancement? The choice is theirs. In Ara, there are no set victory conditions. Players get to decide what is most important to them and focus and prioritize.
Not too big into this.
While still being able to
It's just not my kind of game.
I think it's interesting.
Yeah. Would you play this?
Would I?
Yes.
Probably.
Achievements from throughout human history.
It just looks kind of. It looks kind of boring to me.
Hard to build, but worth it, giving huge prestige bonuses and game-changing abilities to the nation that constructs.
I got into one RTS game. It was a Lord of the Rings game.
excited about.
That's it. I don't see where's the combat.
Offers a unique challenge to the player that they generally won't see often in the 4X genre.
I feel like there's a lot of crossover between games like this and The Sims.
Into the tools that you need, and then finally getting to the outcome.
Like people that play The Sims.
Like an important improvement or triumph, just changes the.
This game is basically the same process as writing a fantasy novel. Right? This is the world building component.
Yeah.
Honing and combining the natural resources they harvest into all manner of goods and components. Those are the foundation for.
It's like a god simulator.
Sort of, yeah.
I guess you can call that.
And
This is for mentally ill people, these games.
necessary to draft military units.
Thanks.
It's a joke. It's a joke. Also, you don't play these kinds of games.
I would.
See the strategic outcome
Whoa.
of all their collective decisions, and not just the individual ones.
I'm proud of the work that's gone into our simultaneous turn system. Many strategy games have players alternate taking turns and reacting to their opponent's moves. In Ara, all players' actions are resolved at the same time. This rewards players' ability to navigate uncertainty, to predict and strategically plan for a variety of scenarios in the moment. This system makes Ara just feel more real. In a typical strategy game, once your turn is finished, you have to wait for a long time. With simultaneous turns, generally speaking, those times are very low. You get to keep playing the game and stay engaged rather than having those periods of downtime where you're not doing anything.
It's not easy.
Okay.
Sifting through all of history.
So it sounds like they've kind of created a solution to one of your primary issues with these games, where it's like you go and then wait. You're having to make decisions in real time, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Seen as military personnel or prominent government figures, but leaders come in so many different forms. They're thought leaders, scientific and cultural prodigies, and many more.
Each leader in Aura has a number of special abilities determined by their personality traits, as well as a powerful and unique leader trait informed by their contributions to world history.
With a diverse global roster, we know players will find leaders that they will want to play. And even a few that may surprise them with how fun it is when those leaders are handed the reins of power.
For us at Oxide, player feedback is the only way to really understand
All right.
what we're making. It gives us
The show's really gotten slowed down a bunch, huh? This is a really weak moment in the show.
Building the game alongside real
I
players.
don't
agree.
Well, I mean, you have your opinion.
We believe this makes for a deeper connection between the players and the game.
One of my favorite examples is when we first introduced the concept of dangerous wildlife to the game. It turns out
that's cool.
first iteration, it was maybe a little bit too aggressive or
Oh, now they've got me. Dangerous wildlife. I love dangerous wildlife.
We have a house full of it.
Yeah. They're just I'd call those more annoying wildlife.
I'm happy to report.
Cougars! Kruger!
We ended up in a good place with the overall threat level of mountain lions to a player's citizenry.
You think he should give up on the hair bob? Not him, the other guy. The guy with the long hair.
experience like no other. And we're so excited that we can find
Why is she riding around on that through the office?
And she also has a hammock.
hands on the game.
I feel like she's that annoying coworker that's like, I'm gonna be weird just to be weird, because I feel like it's my personality.
To listen to players.
Yeah, she isn't. She looks annoying.
On behalf of everyone at Oxide Games, thank you for joining us today. We can't wait for you to play Aura.
No.
Create your own history.
I needed to put the X in here, the buzzer for like we have in the Doom scroll.
No, I would disagree. I think that actually looks interesting.
so it
and
comes
if you're a
out fall
person who
2024.
likes playing things like Catan,
I'm not. Maybe I'll give it a
Obviously,
try. I
you've
might try
said
it out.
that, like,
It's
7
going to be on
times.
Game Pass. I'm pretty sure it'll be on Game Pass. So maybe I'll give it a try.
I don't think you have the personality for it.
Oh wow, what's that? Is that supposed to be an insult? Are
Do you take it
All
as
right, I
such?
think this is Indiana Jones, possibly.
Looks like it.
Machine Games. I don't know what else they've made.
Hej och välkommen till Uppsala, Sverige, här hos Machine Games. We are really excited to finally be able to share our work on Indiana Jones. Since the first film came out, Indiana Jones has always
It's a
represented
big license to have, isn't it?
It is.
It's like how
Uncharted is basically like
Sony has
Wish.com.
Uncharted, so go to the
Indiana Jones.
source. Indiana Jones is obviously more recognizable than Nathan Drake.
You will see through his eyes and experience a journey that we hope lives up to the proud legacy of Indiana Jones. When Todd Howard first told us about his vision for the game, we knew we would be a very good fit to help bring it to life.
I've wanted to make an Indiana.
Oh no, not him.
I'd had this idea for what it would be like and the story, what Indy was going after, what period of his life.
I hope this isn't some RPG. Let's keep it simple, dude.
And as the years went on, I thought,
Look at this guy. What is this?
best studio in the world to make this, and it was my friends at Machine Games. I can remember pitching Lucasfilm on the game and being, a little bit nervous because, look, it's, Indiana Jones, and their response was just overwhelmingly positive, and just that excitement has bled through the whole project, and they have just been so trusting and supportive of everything that we want to do with the game. It's been a long time. I've been a fan of this my whole life, and I couldn't be more excited to show you what the team here has been up to. Let's take our first look at the new Indiana Jones game.
Hopefully it looks good.
Let me tell you what you are missing, Dr. Jones. While you were playing your pointless game,
Is it going to look like Harrelson Ford? What do you think?
I hope so.
you're wondering if maybe you should have built yourself a life of meaning instead of ending up here, dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
All right, so it does look like a Harrelson Ford. Isn't Machine Gun Games the same studio that makes Wolfenstein?
I don't know.
If it is,
And it's
then
not
this is
Machine Gun Games, it's Machine
Oh,
Games.
Machine Games. Sorry. If this is, I think this is the Wolfenstein team.
I can
If it
find
is, this is
out.
probably going to be amazing.
I have the handy dandy rectangle of knowledge.
Interpret the past.
It's probably going to be an amazing game.
Thousands of years of humanity's thoughts and beliefs, scattered and buried. Just waiting to be found.
You can't just run away from your problems, Indiana.
Watch me.
This looks like it's a first-person game.
Throughout history, mankind.
Yep, Machine Games is a developer of Wolfenstein.
Yeah, so this is probably going to be really good.
If you were to draw,
I love Indiana Jones. When I was little, I wanted to be Indiana Jones when I grew up.
And they
I
got
also
one of
wanted
the-
to be a Velociraptor.
They got one of their best teams working on it. And it's awesome. Like a platformer from the first-person perspective is way better than the third person. It just looks way more intense. Oh, look, they got the whip in there. Oh, shooting.
It ain't a walk in the park.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I could keep up?
I just hope Lucasfilms doesn't do what they've done to Star Wars.
Well, this isn't Lucasfilms. This is
Lucasfilms is financially backing the project, according to the guy who said it.
Microsoft.
Chukulimani. The Great Circle.
They could have come up with a better name.
The Great Circle, huh?
You have any idea how old that was?
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have
Waiting
to play
for the
that.
date. No date, huh?
Such an iconic character, and he means so much to so many people. Everyone here at the studio has their own indie stories and memories. Most of us grew up with his adventures and have been fans of the movies and the character for years. He's a brilliant archaeologist, he's a charismatic everyman, he's passionate and determined. And for us, he's synonymous with adventure.
Now we have the opportunity to tell a new Indiana Jones story for a modern gaming audience. Our game is all about putting you in Indy's shoes, letting you see and feel what he sees and feels.
You can be a they, them.
For us at Machine Games, we do that best.
Oh, there it is.
It's the ideal perspective to bring you into the rich, exciting, and interactive world we've built. We believe that being up close and personal to the adventure is key, making each action feel like your own.
Whether it's cracking your whip, solving puzzles in ancient temples,
See, this is the kind of game I'm into.
your knuckles go bloody in a fist fight, all of these moments are much more intense.
Oh, you saw that? He parried the shot. That was awesome. You saw the way he blocked it, Bob? That's great.
Iconic silhouette,
And it's
the hat, the whip, and so for things like cutscenes and environmental traversal, we pull the camera.
It's also awesome that they went for a first-person view, so it separates them even further from Uncharted.
Yeah.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I love platforming. I like Mirror's Edge is an awesome game.
When our game begins, Indiana is working at Marshall College. He wakes up in the middle of the night to the sounds of a break-in and rushes to confront the thief in the college museum. The mysterious giant of a man makes off with what seems to be a historically insignificant artifact.
Yeah, Ed Dog, I have a Dying Light. I haven't finished it yet, but I have enjoyed what I played of it.
Hoping to learn why this particular
I have the first one.
discovers that things aren't what they appear.
He starts pulling at the strings of a mystery, and it.
I prefer the first-person view of the game. I think it's a great decision, and also this is a team that makes first-person shooters, so it's a perfect fit.
On next plane to Rome. Stop. Need help. Stop. Maybe in Vatican. Stop.
This is a huge exclusive for them. Hopefully this stays exclusive. This is one of the best licenses they could have got.
When we were thinking about the type of game we were making.
This guy looks chronically depressed. Wow, this liquid effects look awesome.
The most authentic Indiana Jones experience we can make is the one that makes you think.
This looks great. I think this looks really good.
This looks really cool, yeah.
Sure, there will be some obstacles that will be more easily overcome with the revolver or a gun taken from a disarmed guard. But I think most of the time you'll have more fun and, to be honest, a more genuine indie experience by finding more clever ways to solve a
And
problem.
they have a varied selection of games too. Like, look at the different styles of games they're making. You know, it's not like what Sony does, where it's all like the same thing, right? And it's
But I
all
think that's
it's all
always been-
self-serious stuff. What?
That's always been the Xbox strategy. They've
Fun.
always. That's
Adventure.
why I, as a person who likes watching games, I've always enjoyed the Xbox offerings because there's something for every mood.
Yeah, they have a more varied collection of titles. I mean, the fruits of their purchases are really showing now, right?
Yeah, they've made a lot of really smart choices in the last like 5 years.
I've enjoyed a couple of games on here already. The only one I wasn't too big into was that Sims game, whatever it's called, the Civilization title. It's like Sim City kind of game.
Like a true cinematic Indiana Jones.
Another awesome thing is all these things are like going to be on Game Pass.
Yep.
Like all of them.
Huge value.
This is all in-house too. All this stuff you see here are all created by the Xbox. All of it. It's all in-house studios. This isn't like they're getting a third-party exclusive. No, this is a first-party game.
We also take a very
Is this lady pregnant?
to things like cinematics. We're very physical with our production style. We use a lot of stunt actors. Things like this help us bridge the gap between making a game and making a movie.
And of course, our characters do a lot to help bring the world to life as well. Next to Indy, Gina is our other main protagonist. Where Indy is pursuing answers just for the sake of curiosity, Gina has a personal stake in getting to the bottom of the core mystery.
Gina is an investigative reporter who has a lot riding on this adventure. She's been tracking a lead for some time, and now she's found an ally in this determined American professor. Their paths are intertwined, and they'll need each other in order to get to the bottom of this mystery.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
Some facial expressions look a little stiff. They got to work on that a little bit more.
We always love our villains and think we might have found our favorite one yet in Emmerich Voss. He's this intensely psychological man. He's obsessed with the human mind and manipulating it.
He's highly intelligent and the perfect foil for Indy. They're both brilliant people, compelled by their passions and obsessions, but driven down wildly different roads.
He creeps up on you and gets under your skin
like Kane and Lynch.
It's captivating.
Dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
One of our mottos for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is adventure first. But in every indie adventure, there are always those moments where he finds himself in the action.
That's been one of those balancing acts for us, and we've ended up with this sort of hybrid experience that mixes melee combat, stealth, and gunplay.
How you approach any given situation is up to you. You may choose to sneak around an enemy patrol, or maybe you'll just pick up a shovel and whack them on the back of their head.
You hit him in the nuts there?
Yeah. You got Indy's most iconic.
Damn, you hit him hard, right?
Just like you see in the movies, one of our goals has been to make the whip as fun and multi-purposed as possible. We want it integrated into every aspect of the game.
You can use it as a traversal tool to make your way around the environment. You can use it as a distraction.
He just whip.
And yes,
he's like, what the fuck?
You use it in combat.
Everything that's awesome.
You expect from Indy's whip, and hopefully a little bit more.
You see, this is what I like. You see, and this isn't like too dark or anything, right? You know how Sony's like so self-serious?
It's fun.
It's
this
pathetic.
This looks like it's going to be a fun game, but
Yes.
that's at its core. That is Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones makes
Players who want to experience
history and all that. It makes it fun and exciting and tangible.
and hidden puzzles that blend right in with their surroundings.
I think there's a whole crop of archaeologists in our general age bracket who became archaeologists because of Indiana Jones.
Yes.
I know I wanted to be an archaeologist.
It's
because
also
of
Indiana Jones also inspired video games. Like without Indiana Jones, you wouldn't have stuff
Uncharted.
like Uncharted. You wouldn't have Tomb Raider. You know, if you're gonna get a license and you're gonna do this kind of gameplay, get Indiana Jones. It's the perfect license.
The original.
There's another game I think they should get if they want to have like an edgy kind of Uncharted gameplay. If they want to go edgy, you get the Die Hard license. That'd be fucking
that would
awesome.
be so good.
Right?
This roller coaster experience.
Die Hard. get Bruce Willis in there or whatever, and just basically build it like a more violent Uncharted.
Yeah.
And then you could set it in different areas. Like you set it on a plane, on a boat, you know, that kind of thing. That'd be awesome.
Still being able to showcase what makes
Don't steal my ideas, Xbox. And if you do, give me some money. Give us some fucking money. And remember to subscribe, Xbox, to our damn channel. It's amazing. It's the greatest channel on demand.
Tomatoes and also pancakes.
What do you think? You think this is true, Bob?
that's something
I know it's
wants
true.
to be part of.
Foo.
All right.
I'm also very excited to announce that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will be coming later this year.
Whoa. Awesome.
Share more soon.
Yep. Dude, Microsoft.
Did you see in the
this-
back where the guy
look-
stole the little golden
Yeah.
thing off the thing? That was
Yeah,
cute.
hopefully he doesn't have too much input into the game. Rod Howard, not too amazed by his work. He's like a fake. What is the other Howard?
Ron Howard is the
Ron
other
Howard,
Howard.
yeah,
You're
Ron
thinking
Howard,
of
yeah.
Nat Howard or whatever the hell this guy's name is.
All right, so look, Microsoft has got an insane 2024. I mean, what has Sony
This
showed
is
that's
going to
better
look like
than
an
this?
expensive 2024 for us.
I mean, we're gonna use the Game
so
Pass.
far,
It's
every
on the
game we're like,
Pass.
I want it.
This is an amazing lineup for 2024.
I feel like there's going to be at least one more.
Except there was two of them I wasn't too big into, the history game, and then there's that other one. Some people were saying they were going to announce a Gears of War, but I guess it's not coming, or maybe it'll be on something else.
Could take one?
Is it animals, children, and game developers?
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing.
That's a good one. That's definitely
Yep.
one I'm gonna be playing.
Core to the
What do you think, Bob? You think you want to watch that one or play it?
I think that one looks
I'll
kind of
play
cool.
too.
Stay happy.
Why do you keep showing the rainbow flag? You notice that? Let's show an American flag in there every once in a while, right? Why do you keep pushing that flag?
This one looks cool.
Yeah, this one looked great too, and I'm usually not big.
Indiana Jones! I'm
they had
so
all these
excited.
good games. Come on,
I'm so excited about
Avowed
Indiana
looked good.
Jones.
Avowed looked really
This
good.
one, I'm least excited about this one.
Yeah, not big into that.
The cosplay and
I'll play it for
merchandise
Ed Dog.
options.
I'm gonna play it for Ed Dog because he seems to have a strong interest in it.
It's like advanced Stardew Valley.
Yeah, not big into it. But I mean, all this stuff is really upbeat. You know, it's nothing too dark over here. This stuff looked great. This is a pretty good showing. And yeah, that Avowed game looks really good. That looks like Oblivion, but like a way better version of it. Their 2024 is really strong. Just these titles right here. What is this? 5 titles all in 2024? That's insane.
I'm a little annoyed there isn't a sixth one because I like symmetry.
Do we have to hear this guy?
You've just watched the Xbox.
What the fuck?
2024 edition. I'm Ryan McCaffrey, joined by my panelists. Let's dive.
No, people. We're better than you. We're not going to do this. Do you want to watch this, Bob? These guys go on. They're on the. This is on the Xbox page. Really?
The secret game that secretly parachuted in there, but the star of that show was Indiana Jones. I'm gonna.
Yes, we agree. But we're cooler than you guys, and we're gonna start by turning you off. So Beth, Bob, I don't know, Janessa. What should I call you, Bob?
Bob.
Sorry, I keep messing it up. I'm calling her all kinds of other names. And I mean him. I don't mean. Do you identify as a her?
I identify as a velociraptor.
All right. So if you had to rate this show from 1 to 10, what would you rate it, Bob?
I mean, I'm pretty excited about all of the games. Probably most excited about Indy, least excited about Mana.
Yeah.
But they all look really cool.
They did. I wasn't too big on that was called Mana?
No, Mana's the Pokemon's one.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a
Yeah.
cartoon game. I wasn't too big on that. Not really a fan of it. I mean, it looked like Kingdom of Hearts. I mean, if it had decent gameplay, maybe it's all right, but I'm not into the art style.
I'm excited, but you know what? I think that that's going to be cool because those types of games like spur a lot of like cosplayers and interesting crossovers and stuff. So I think that'll be cool to keep an eye out for.
Someone's going to enjoy it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a bad experience. We have friends who have small folks who like gaming, and I think that might be a nice game for them to get into and play and experience. It just reminds me of Pokemon. Like, once I've seen it, I cannot unsee it.
Yeah, not big into the art style. It's all right looking, but I mean, the stuff I mean, we spoke about it. The stuff I'm looking forward to is Hellblade, Indiana Jones, and I didn't even know that Indiana Jones was being created by Machine Games. And I love Machine Games. Like those I didn't beat the second one, but that first Wolfenstein reboot, that game is amazing. I played the first reboot, and then I played the I think it's called Old Bones, and they have some other ones I'm going to be playing through those maybe on the channel. Yeah, amazing first person shooters. And then they got them making Indiana Jones game. Look, it looks great. It's just graphically, the gameplay, it's just well thought out. Those guys are also really good with storytelling. Yeah. I mean, I think what they were doing originally is they're making ID Software titles, which is, that's what Wolfenstein is. It's an ID Software property, but now they're working on Indiana Jones. Perfect. And I mean, also, like, a lot of Indiana Jones takes place during, like, what, Bob? Like, World War II?
World War II, yep.
World War II, and that's what they've been specializing in, right? With the Wolfenstein games were set during World War II. So it's kind of fitting. And I love that they made it a first-person title. So that I feel like in first person, the traversal just seems way more intense than from a third-person perspective, right? So when you jump over that chasm, like, it looks insane, right? You see the depth of the fall. Interesting. And it's really, they do that really well on the Xbox when they change the perspectives. Like, they'll do a certain kind of game type that's already been done, but they kind of intensify it. So again, the first-person perspective really intensifies platforming. And then you add, guns to the mix and all that. You're jumping and leaping over stuff and shooting, having these. I'm gonna guess there's probably gonna be epic shootouts. They didn't show it. They gave you a little taste of it, but they wanted to show you the whip because that's a kind of gameplay mechanic you really don't see in anything really. I mean, you see like the grappling hook in certain games, but you never see like dudes getting their ass whooped. And I like how they've integrated the whip into like the stealth combat, right? Like you see him kind of like using it to sneak around.
Yes.
Do you notice that, Bob?
Yep.
Like he snapped the whip and the guy's like, what the fuck? He turned his head to the right. He's like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, and then we had, what was the other one, Bob? It's a Hellblade, Senua's Saga.
Indiana Jones, then the Aura.
What'd you think of Senua's Saga?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm excited about it. I think it's a very cool premise. And one thing that's interesting about what they're doing with the binaural audio, clinicians who work with patients that have psychosis, something that was out, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, they would bring out to practices a headset. And it was like a 4D experience. It had the audio, it had olfactory inputs, and a screen. And it basically replicated, I mean, not in as sophisticated a way as this, but it basically replicated the experience of a psychotic break with auditory, visual, and olfactory hallucinations, because that's something that some people may not know. When you are experiencing psychosis, you will smell things that are not there. So the fact that they're incorporating that into the gameplay is really interesting. And the fact that they're taking the approach that, there is a psychotic component to this, I think that that's really interesting. Like, that's a very interesting thing that they're doing. But it's probably also going to need to come with some warnings, because if you are a person who has a diagnosis of pretty much any Axis 1 disorder, you will probably have to be careful if you play that game, because it may trigger symptoms.
Yeah.
Especially if they're manipulating the audio in that way, because they are emulating a true psychotic experience. So, that's something that you do kind of have to be careful with.
Yes. They're trying to make everybody fucking crazy. Remember, people, to subscribe to FUTV. This is the greatest channels, man. We're trying to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of this month. Remember to hit that subscribe button. It's not very hard, people. It's just one button. It's just one fucking button. What do you think about that, Joe Pesci?
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
It's not a piece of shit. I knew you were going to say that. I knew it.
I'm reloaded!
All right, so what did you think of the showing of Hellblade, Bob? Did you think, if we went on a scale from 1 to 10, what would you say?
I don't understand the question.
Like, if it came to this game has been showed multiple times, what would you compare this one to on the scale? You think they gave us a good amount of detail? You know,
I mean, I think that they told us everything we need to know to make a decision to purchase or not purchase without spoiling it.
yes, I feel I would like if they showed more combat, but this is actually what you're seeing right now is the trailer that they showed. I think it was a couple of weeks ago, actually. This was just a trailer. They actually showed more gameplay today. And a lot of walking, but the game looks amazing, people. It looks amazing. It looks like a movie from just, what, 10, 15 years ago?
I mean, this looks better than Avatar.
This looks, yeah, Avatar. To me, Avatar looks hideous. It's not a great looking movie.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, that was cutting edge, like, what, 10 years ago? 11 years ago?
Yeah, I didn't even think. And to me, it never looked great. This does look better to me than Avatar, which is crazy to think, you know, that it's progressed this fast, the technology. And this is on a current gen console. So yeah, pretty insane. Senua's Saga Hellblade coming out 2024. What was the exact date that they said, Bob? What was it, May or something?
No.
I have to go double check that.
I think it was fall 24.
Was it fall?
I believe so.
I feel like it was May. I think it was May.
Maybe it was May 21st.
Yeah, I think it was May.
They like gave a very specific
Yeah, it's
date.
just
like
right around
May
the corner,
21st.
people. Right around the fucking corner.
I mean, let's not get ahead of ourselves here, Fu. It's January. Slow your roll.
It's not that far away. It's not that effing far away. All right, so all right, last question. If you had to rate this, I guess we can call this it was a press event. I was going to call it a press conference. If you had to rate it, what would you call it, Bob? In 1 to 10.
I'd give it a solid like 7.25.
Yeah.
I think that the lineup looks really good. It's diverse. I think that they kept it moving. There wasn't a lot. Sometimes I think that these press conferences can get a little, I'm in love with the sound of my own voice.
Yes. I think
they
some of
didn't
them
do
ran
that.
a little bit long. Some of the segments ran a little bit long. I thought the sim game. What was the name of it again? It's like
Ara.
Huh?
Ara.
Yeah, Ara. I felt like that ran too long, but that
Because
could
you're
be
not
just
interested
Yeah,
in
because
it.
I wasn't interested in
That's why it felt
could
long
be.
for you.
I think this is one of the best showings I think I've seen of any company. If I compared it to any showing last year, which we didn't have any E3 last year, which is, I think that's a whole nother video there, but the industry really does need E3. But this was a great showing. This is better than I think anything Nintendo or Sony has shown.
Yeah, I mean, I think that a lot of recent Sony and Nintendo conferences have felt all style, no substance. Like they just talk about how cool they are and their vision and this and that, but there's no, like, okay, great, that's your vision, but like, what does that have to do with me?
They came out
Like,
guns
you could have
blazing
just
for
had
this.
an internal meeting about this. You didn't need to tell me about it.
Yes.
So I think that they focused on what is the deliverable to the consumer.
Yes, what is deliverable this year? They showed 5 titles. It was 5, right, Bob?
Yes.
5, and of those 5 titles, like there was like some amazing games in there.
Yeah.
I mean, the stuff looks amazing. People, these games look really, really good. This, I mean, I wasn't even really interested in Avowed, and then I saw the combat, and I was like, whoa, this looks really good. This it reminds me a little bit of like God of War a little bit, but again, a first person perspective.
Yeah.
You know, they put a spin on it. And Avowed is a totally new IP. There's never been one of those. This is it looks like Oblivion, but like way more advanced. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to basically everything we saw in here, except for removing those 2 games. You know, I keep going over it over and over again, but we're getting out of here, people. We want to thank you for joining us. And remember to fucking subscribe or we'll hate you forever.
Oh, stop.
Support the channel. Remember, we're trying to destroy PewDiePie. Every time you subscribe to FUTV, you are destroying PewDiePie.
PewDiePie
Don't you want to
loses
destroy PewDiePie?
0.0001 cent.
Exactly. All right, people. We'll be seeing you later. We got all kinds of stuff coming up. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing a rescore of the George St. Pierre versus Johnny Hendricks. Possibly one of the greatest robberies in
Lay and Pray Bonanza.
Yeah, in UFC history, and by UFC history, I mean MMA history, really MMA history. It was I mean, who knows? Maybe he did win. We're going to be doing the rescore. We're going to be very fair. And for people who don't know, we put out a boxing rescore yesterday. Devin Haney versus Lomachenko. You can check that out. That's on the that's on FU TV, and we also have it. It's also on Rumble.com, on FU Sports on Rumble.com. But anyway, once again, we want to thank you, mother effers, for coming here.
Or they could be father effers. You never know.
Yeah, I was gonna say it. I didn't want to say it because of all the LGBTQ stuff we saw. It's all right. We love you guys too.
Parental effers. There you go.
We love you guys too. Don't worry. You're all loved by us. All right. You've been watching FU TV. This is FU Gaming on FU TV, the greatest channel known to man. Joe Pesci, what you got to say?
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
See you guys soon. I might play some games later for FU TV. Maybe. All right. See you later.
Bye.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?